friends. So today we're going to talk about generating income online. What are the secrets to generating income online? And it's so cool because I've actually come up with, being able to explain it to somebody is a huge. It makes a huge difference in terms of being able to understand it for yourself. Even though I've been doing this for a long time, it took explaining it to my wife for me to clarify a little bit more as to what I was doing. So as you can see behind me right there, I don't know if you can tell, anyways, I'll maybe try to show you a bit closer, but as you can see behind me, this is like kind of a layout of what it takes to build a business online. We're going to talk about that second, but first this. My name is Jean-Serge, and I help entrepreneurs like you generate residual income from digital course strategies. And one of the things when you're trying to generate income online is you got to put together all sorts of things to actually make it happen. And I talked to you about little tips, little secrets, little things here and there, but today I'm going to talk about the process that you got to get through. What are the secrets to actually finally generating that income? So I don't know if you can tell, but right up there, actually I should probably go to this other thing here because it's going to let me see, but I don't know if you can tell. Let me just let's just try to get up a little bit here out of there, get closer to that thing because I'm using my laptop. But where is it? Oh, it's right there. Okay, so right over here you can see whoops, okay, it's kind of hard to, so you can see that you got to start with the free part of the activities, right? And you can see down the list there's all these activities. I'm actually going to prepare a presentation on all this, but you can see right here that there's the list. You got to build a list, right? And these are the things you got to do to build a list. There's more, and then in the free stuff you can see, you got to know, like, and trust. You got to figure out how to build your audience, how to engage your audience, how to get them to like, comment, and share your stuff. You got to have good free content. You got to do daily things. Maybe you have a blog. Now this is not all essential, but it's kind of like how it starts, right? I don't know if you can see, but I kind of made a funnel line here that's showing you that it gets smaller and smaller until you get to the very end, where your goal is to have something that is on autopilot, right? Selling on autopilot. And I did a cool little drawing here. What's the end goal? Is for me to be home, my wife and kids to be happy, no worry about bills, no schedule, that kind of stuff. That's the end goal, right? Being happy, having this. And if you do something like this, you can end up generating a pretty decent income, right? Like 100,000 a year. That'd be totally insane if you could actually automate this and get 50 people to watch it every day, where 10 of them buy. That's and say you're selling it for $250, right? You're be basically able to generate that kind of income, right? But you have to have all this laid out. You got to know what is it that you're going to be selling. What is going to be your value ladder. You also have to figure out your attractive character. Select your persona. You got to figure out define your audience, choose your avatar, right? You got to do all this. And in your value ladder, this is kind of what just a basic start, right? A value ladder, coaching, and maybe a live event, maybe a weekend, maybe a mastermind, even maybe 100,000. There's different things, right? I mean, that's basically it. That's basically what I did. I explained that, and by me explaining it, that allowed me to clear it up in my head, to understand what it is. And yesterday I was talking about how it's super important to communicate, to have good communication in your relationship, to be able to build your business, and because without communication, without understanding that your spouse doesn't necessarily know, I mean, they don't know this stuff because that's not their priorities, that's not their things that they're doing. You have to understand all these things, and before you can explain it, you have to have the communication about it. If you can't communicate what you're in your head, all these things you're learning online, all these things you're doing online, it's a lot of stuff. And before you can actually, like I said, before you can explain it, before you can talk about what these secrets are, those are the secrets to building a business online. You have to know all these things. Now, before I can charge 25,000 for somebody to be part of mastermind, I have to prove that I can do it, right? And that's one of the things that you have to do too. You got to prove that you can do it before you can start charging lots of money for people to learn from you, right? So until then, you got to be doing free stuff, you got to be giving free advice, and you got to be getting results. If you there's no sense in giving away free advice or taking advice from anybody who doesn't know what they're doing, right, or hasn't proven that they know what they're doing. So I mean, part of the online journey is just that, is figuring out what it is that you need to do. Like, even when I look at that, right, I know from the stuff I've been learning, from the stuff I've been practicing, because I did do webinars in the past. I did, like, for I think it was 2 months or 3 months, I did the same webinar every week, and it was the same topic. I ended up selling a couple of copies of a course I was putting together. And if I would have kept going, and maybe I would have grown that and everything, but I realized that wasn't exactly my niche, wasn't exactly, I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't really where I wanted to go in the end. Like, when I look at that, I look at where I want to go at the end. Actually, I should go where I want to go at the end there, right? Where's my finger trying to point? Right there. This is where I want to go, right? This is my destination, is having automated, being home and all this. When I look at that, where I want to go, where I want to be, that's the thing, is I see where I want to go. If I don't put it on paper, if I don't document it, if I don't explain it, it won't be as tangible. And that's one of the secrets to generating online income, is to have a plan, put it together, put it on a piece of paper, document it, and then tell others. Number 2 is tell your family, tell your spouse, tell them what the plan is and how it works and why it's important to you, because it's going to be important. It's so that they know that it can be important to them too, right? That's the other secret, right, is you got to document it, then you got to tell the people around you what you're doing. Even me telling you online here what I'm about to do, that is important, right? So the secrets is learning all these things, putting a plan together, and then actually taking action, explaining it and taking action, so that your spouse knows why you're doing this, why you're doing that, at least an overview. They don't have to know all the details, they don't have to understand every single little piece, they just need to understand a little bit of the direction, right? They need to see that it fits together, that it works together. And that's basically that's really the secret. It's really that simple. The secret is to put all the pieces together in one vision, so that you can show it to others, so that you can see it yourself and you can take action on it. All right, so that's it. That's the secret. That's the secret to building income online. So I hope you enjoyed this, and if you think anybody else needs to hear this message, then please go ahead and share. I'm sure they would appreciate it, and I would too. And until next time, this has been Jean-Serge Gagnon on Course Income Secrets. See you next time.